So I'll put a word in the middle and you tell me what it is, okay?
Okay. It is basically when when the owner just wants a price and then the agent could get more out of it, or at the same time he could lose.
Good. So he gets an amount above and beyond a designated price, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It is a pending lawsuit.
Good.
It has to do with disclosures, APR.
That's truth in lending.
Okay. Something to do with kickbacks?
Excellent. Good. That's what it is. Excellent. It has to do with settlement services.
Okay. I don't know. It's some like a rate that's short on the amount. I
So
don't
it
know.
has to do with an insurance proration. That if
Okay.
you're not getting as much money back as you should if you cancel your insurance early, you'll get shorted.
Okay. Awesome. A little bit. Can you give me like a quick example?
Sure. So if you pay your insurance for the year, let's say you pay $100, but you cancel it halfway through, how much money should you get back?
And none of it?
Well, if you cancel halfway, you might be expecting $500 back because you paid for it for the year, right?
Uh-huh.
So in a short rate, you'd only get like 400 back.
Okay. Awesome. Got it. It's basically when the property over the time it just deteriorates.
Good.
When real estate agents basically can't compete, it's like an open market, I guess, a fair market.
Good. So free market competition. Good. Can you give me an example of this?
Um, when agents they get together, they can't be like, you know what, let's not sell that house. We can't work with those other agents because we don't like them, or
Excellent.
with commission.
Good. Good.
Basically, when it's just one broker.
You know your stuff.
Thank you. I've been practicing, been studying. Intestate. When they die without a will,
Good.
it is it is a contract, an employment contract.
Good. It's an employment contract. Excellent.
Um, how much it costs to replace a building,
Can you give me an example?
police station or library.
Wow. You have been studying.
Oh. um, joint tenancy. Thinking. What is the other one? There's two, right?
Excuse me?
Joint tenancy. Isn't there two?
Yes, there's another one. And that one you're asking about is tenancy in common.
Basically, oh, okay. Joint tenancy is when it has right of survivorship.
Good. What else?
When, for example, if you and I buy a property and I pass away you'll just keep the property, like it won't go to my heirs.
Good. So that's right of survivorship. Well, what else does joint tenancy have?
Ooh, not sure.
So it has the four unities to tip: time, title, interest, and possession.
Oh, true, true, true.
Okay, so you got to remember that too. So everything's unified.
I don't know that one.
Okay, so that's authority that's actually given to you in writing.
Okay.
Okay, as opposed to ostensible authority, which is given to you by your action.
Okay.
All right, that's this. You ever heard of that one?
So I guess that one is
It's like
like implied authority.
exactly, yes, yes, just like that. Okay.
Okay. I know what zoning means. I just don't.
Okay, so what does zoning mean?
Basically, like the government has like a master plan of, like, for example, an industrial, I don't know, part of town, and then a residential
Okay,
part of.
can they build a gas station next to your house?
Um. Well, kinda, can't they?
No, because you're residential.
Okay.
So that has to do with zoning. Zoning is what designates where certain things could be. Okay, and that's part of police power. Down zoning when something changes from commercial to residential. Okay,
Yes. An acre um,
yeah,
is 43,560 feet.
awesome,
Oh, square feet.
good.
When the government just tells you that you can't place a gas station next to a house.
There's four government powers. Do you know what they are?
Yes. P.
What does that stand for?
Police power, eminent domain, um, taxation, and it's cheap.
Which one of those is zoning under?
Probably eminent domain.
Nope, that's under police power.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay. Um, it is how much it. Well, it says right there replacement. So if
good,
something burns down, how much would it cost to replace it?
good. When will you use it?
Not sure.
So, what type of buildings could you not do the market data?
Like libraries?
Good, exactly. It's things like libraries, police stations, what they call special purpose properties.
Okay. When when for example, if the real estate agent doesn't sell the house, the owner he had to pay.
Say it again.
Basically, if the real estate agent doesn't sell the house, the owner doesn't have to pay him if he finds his own buyer.
Perfect.
1960, correct?
Nope.
Oh, wait. 1990?
Good. What is it?
Um, Basically, like for example, like apartments, they have to be. Oh, they cannot discriminate against disabled people.
Yeah, like you notice, like in your school, they have ramps.
Yes.
That's because of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Okay. Um, this is used in commercial, and you have to pay a percentage of your sales. Is that when a small house is surrounded by big houses and the price just goes up? Um, mentioned this earlier in a video I seen. I can't believe it. Is this like the Antitrust Act?
No, this is the one that gave birth to fair housing.
Fair housing. Right.
Yeah. So it was 1968 as well.
1960. That they can't discriminate against gender, race,
Okay. Can you
disability,
give me an example of fair housing using a word you learned for your real estate exam?
loans.
No, like have you ever heard of blockbusting,
Oh, true, true, true.
panic peddling, panic selling,
Mm-hmm.
steering? So all those have to do with fair housing.
Okay.
Do you know what those are?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what they are.
Block busting is basically knocking on somebody's door and telling them, there's a bunch of this type of race is gonna move into the neighborhood and it's gonna bring your house value down.
Excellent, good. Yeah, it's like saying those people are moving here. You don't want to live by them, do you? Right, you can't do that. What's steering?
Steering is, for example, an Asian. He's trying to buy a house, and you just kind of assume he wants to live in an Asian neighborhood.
When he really doesn't want to at all.
Mm,
Right,
okay.
so that'd be a violation. Good. Same thing. It's like you're one of those people, you should live over there. It's a big no-no according to fair housing.
Taxation,
Well, remember you named them. There was 4 of them, remember?
police power, eminent domain, um, taxation, and it's cheap.
Police power, eminent domain, taxation is cheap, correct?
Correct.
Which one is zoning go under?
Uh, what police power?
What?
Police power,
Good. And building codes?
police power.
Good. Excellent.
Okay. This is like your typical apartment lease where you just pay a flat rate.
Good.
Oh, that's a good one. I've seen it before, but I can't remember.
What does it sound like? The definition's kind of in the name.
Occupancy. Something that has to do with the limit of occupants.
No, it has to do with having the property in transition, like an interim while the property is being sold.
Okay. Like a foreclosure and you're allowed to live there for.
No. Like if I sell the property to you, and
Uh-huh.
the timing of when you move in and when the property is selling doesn't coordinate well.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and then you would just do the math, the prorate.
Well, that's what the agreement would say. The two of
Okay.
us would figure it out,
Okay.
and
I
we'd
get that.
come to a conclusion saying, you want to move in here before escrow closes, for whatever reason, your house sold, whatever it may be.
Okay. Yes. Um, that's basically the banks, like your typical banks.
Okay. As opposed to this one.
That has to do with the warehouse loans.
Well, what is it? Why does it exist? Let's start with that.
They package loans and sell them to the
No?
primary mortgage market.
Okay, so let's first remember the secondary market's the resale marketplace, okay?
Okay.
All right. I do a loan, okay? I sell in the secondary market because why?
Are they cheaper?
Well, no, because I need more money to lend out.
Oh, okay.
Like if I lend out all my money, I have to wait for you to pay me back, and that could take a really long time.
True.
So I sell in the secondary market, so I have immediate funds to do another loan.
Okay. I
And
get
then,
it.
and then people invest in it, like on Wall Street and whatnot. Like you can invest in loans if you wanted to. Okay?
Okay.
All right, that's the second. Just remember resale marketplace, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. You did this one before. Tell me again what it is.
Just knocking at neighborhoods trying to sell their houses.
Okay, but it's illegal, right?
It is.
What's it a violation of?
Well, you're basically discriminating, so it would have to
Right.
do with fair housing.
Excellent. That's what I was looking for. Good. You're violating the Fair Housing Act. Good job.
When either the owner or the agent, whoever finds the buyer, the agent still gets paid.
Good.
What does it stand for again?
What?
What does it stand for?
Truth in Lending Act.
Is that the one that has to do with the APR?
Yep. Good. Perfect. Nice job.
An easement is into like permission to use somebody's property?
Good.
Immovable?
Is it always immovable?
Mm, well, you can move it. It's just if it belongs to the property, then it's part of
Always?
the property. For example, like a pool cover
Good. Excellent.
attached to a real property.
Perfect.
It's how to figure out the cap rate.
No.
Um,
So this is just price divided by rent, which equals a gross rent multiplier. That's all it is. Price divided by rent.
okay.
Okay, you're gonna want to know that one, and I do a video on that one you can watch, where you do the math. It's really easy, and it'll be an easy one to get right on your exam.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, condemnation means when the government takes your property and they give you, it's the action in it
Nope. That's condemnation. So what's inverse condemnation?
where you sue the government for
Good.
taking your property.
Perfect. Yep. Excellent. Nice job.
Well, it has to do with lien, right? With liens.
Not always. Liens
a
are always
burden.
encumbered. Good. That's what I was looking for. Excellent. Yeah, you're doing really well.
Yes. Not sure what that is.
What does the word contingency mean?
Like it continues.
No. So it means like I will help you contingent upon you paying me. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I'm helping you because you paid for the service, right? So it's contingent.
An agreement?
What?
Is it an agreement?
Yeah, exactly. So like when you get a house, you're getting a house contingent upon you getting a loan. You're getting a house contingent upon the property appraising. You're getting a house contingent upon the inspection going through. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
And
does.
all those things I described are found in the contingency clause.
Okay, I get it. I understand. Uh, is that I don't really know how to explain that. I
Okay.
know stay for years is a determined amount of time.
Okay, so this is just month to month.
Okay, month to month. Okay. When I don't know, surrender, I guess when you just don't make your payments and just surrender your house to the bank.
Good. Also applies to a lease. You could surrender a lease.
Oh, okay. Abandonment? Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. It is not, it's not like fraud, but it could, it's just, it's not the truth.
Is there intention behind it?
No, there isn't.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
So that just means you're using a property for reasons that do not coordinate with the zoning. Like if you're using it commercial in a residential neighborhood.
Okay.
Okay? Like it
Okay.
doesn't conform. You've heard that word conform before?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that. Okay, good.
Like fit in, right? Conform.
Right, so when they have non-conforming use, that it doesn't fit in, you know?
It is movable property, so personal property.
Excellent, good.
It is when you're giving more towards the principal than, I mean, the interest than the principal.
No. You're not giving full to the interest. You're not paying the interest. So you owe more every month. So your debt kind of goes up, like this arrow is going. You see what?
Okay.
Because normally you pay a debt, your debt goes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a straight note goes straight across, and negative amortization, your debt goes up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It is when the listing ends and a buyer comes through, there's a certain amount where it protects the agent.
Certainly. Say that again. What you said?
Where it the agent is protected if a buyer comes through.
Why are
If
they
it if
protected?
he got that buyer and later on he decides to, you know what, I'm gonna buy the house, but the listing ended, he still got a willing buyer.
Can he
Right?
look for new buyers during that time?
I think so.
No, you're doing great. It's just to close deals with buyers that you already found. It's not a time to find new buyers.
Okay.
All right.
When property, right, when somebody could just live there until they die.
Mm, no, it's when your ownership's based upon somebody else's life. It doesn't have to be yours. It could be anybody's.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Like a detailed appraisal.
Good. That's the most comprehensive type of appraisal report. Good job.
When the government taxes you for your property.
Yeah, it's one of the 4 government powers, which you said was what?
P.
Good. Tell me what they are again.
Police power, eminent domain taxation, and it's cheap.
Good.
When something's incorporated into a business, when personal property is incorporated into real property, it's part of the. But if the lease ends, you could get your property back.
Yeah, so just remember it's for a business.
Okay.
Okay? Sounds like you get what that's all about.
When something's attached to property,
How do you know?
Maria,
What does that mean?
method, adaptability, relationship, intention, and agreement.
Good.
You made me feel so confident. I feel like I'm a
Well,
pass.
you deserve it. You've been studying, clearly. So I'm not making you feel confident. You feel confident because of the work you've done. You're doing well.
I know, well, thanks to your programs. I tell everybody about your programs.
Thank you.
Police power, when the government, I don't know, they want to take your property, I guess they just.
Well, what were some examples of police power we gave? We went over 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Zoning,
That was 1. Good.
and I cannot remember the other one.
The building codes.
Building codes.
Yeah. The example of a building code for you is when you have handrails on buildings.
Uh-huh.
Like, you ever seen a staircase without a handrail?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Like, you don't see it because of building codes.
Okay.
Like, you only see stairways without handrails, like in medieval castles or things like that. Any modern building, you wouldn't see that.
Okay.
And then, is zoning a police power?
Yes.
What's it called when a building goes from commercial to residential?
Comfort. Something about comfortability. Some
No.
conforming use.
Remember down zoning?
Oh, down zoning. Okay.
It was commercial to residential.
That one I don't know.
Can you get more than 1 loan on a property?
Yes.
Which one takes priority, the first or the second loan?
The first one.
Good, unless there's a subordination clause.
Like taxes.
No, it's for loans. It has to do with priority of loans. So you said the first takes priority of second, which is normally true, unless there's a subordination clause. In that scenario, the first would take a back seat to the second.
Okay. I understand.
Okay?
Okay.
Like, do you know what the word subordinate means?
No, I
It
don't.
means like if you're my subordinate, you're under me. Okay?
Okay.
So subordination clause means that first loan goes under the second one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. It runs with the land.
Excellent.
To die, something with the will. He
Good.
left the will when he died. Tested.
Good. So what's without a will?
Intestate.
Good.
When outside anything, for example, I don't know, an airplane, an airport, it would bring the price of the value, the price
Down.
of the house down.
Good.
Down. Yeah.
So remember we talked about that non-conforming use?
Yes.
Okay. So you could get that because you're grandfathered in. It basically means that a old property, okay, is grandfathered into the new one. I didn't say
Okay.
that right. Like basically you live in commercial area and change to residential, but you stay there. So they just let you continue using it the way you're using it. You're grandfathered in.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
That just is a clause that says an agent does not is not liable if something happens.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And so I'm going to put this up for you so you can see it later. So all these ones you're not getting, you can see.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And don't worry, I won't use your name or anything like that. But you can see it. You can learn for it. So we can go back. You'll be like, oh, I didn't know that one. I'm going to look at that again. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Fact. Not sure how to answer that.
Okay. So those are things that are just like very obvious, like a leaky roof.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta disclose that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's why it's important. So it's great you said that. You have to disclose material facts.
I always get confused with these easement by prescription and then the other easements.
So this one has to do with using it for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Okay. So if you use it for a certain amount of time, they could say you're granted the easement by prescription.
Okay.
Whereas the other easement you mentioned just goes with the property.
Oh, okay.
All right. This didn't go with the property, but I was walking across your property for a certain amount of time. I could get an easement by prescription.
Okay.
All right.
And what's the difference between easement by prescription and easement in gross?
Easement in gross means you're not walking to another property. So you have your servant and dominant tenement, right?
Okay.
There's no dominant tenement. So an easement in gross would be like if construction people are going to utility lines. They're crossing your property, but they're not trying to get to another one.
Okay. Okay. Just a limited time frame, like
Good. Excellent.
um, I'm just thinking like on selling houses, leverage, like leveraging. I
Just
don't
think
know.
using other people's money.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, yes.
Okay.
Is that the highest form of ownership?
Excellent. Perfect. Is it free of all encumbrances?
Well, an encumbrance is a lien, so if it's no, yeah, it's free of encumbrance.
Not all of them.
Taxation?
Good. You can never be free of taxes.
Okay. Wait, yeah, own.
What's that?
When you pay your loan early.
Good.
A new contract.
Okay. Well, it's not a new contract. It's a new addition to the contract.
No addition. Okay.
But you're right. Just remember, nova new. It's Latin for new. Okay.
Okay. I don't know that one.
It's just a clause that says you have a prepayment penalty.
Rails on a staircase.
Good. So it's just things the buildings needs, and what do we say it falls under?
Police power.
Excellent. Good. Nice.
When you just, for example, that I don't know, AT&T trying to get to your utility
Why?
because it's property, so they just need it for that.
Well, just remember, they're not trying to get to another property. They're trying to cross a property, but not trying to get to another one.
Okay. I don't know, Warren. I'm sorry.
Appurtenant is just things that go with things. Remember the appurtenant easement?
Yes.
So you knew this one, remember, because you said appurtenant, it runs with the land.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So things that are appurtenances just go with the land.
Basically, you just, I don't know, but the tenant has some allowance to. Is it like a credit? Like if he paints the house, he'll get a credit for it?
No, this has to do with when you rent a property for commercial property, like to a dentist, you give him a certain amount of money so that he can build the property the way he likes, like put in dentist chairs or dentist equipment.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Assignment. Hmm. Does that have to do with a contract?
Yes, you're just assigning your responsibility to somebody else.
Okay.
Like if it's a lease, I'm just assigning my lease to you, and I would need permission from my landlord to do it.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to surrender, where you're just giving it up.
Changing will.
Good. It's an amendment to a contract.
It has to do with running
Good.
river, running water.
Moving water. Good.
The agent has fiduciary duties. Client.
Good. What does that mean?
Like honesty, disclosure.
Yeah, loyalty. Good. All that good stuff.
Old car, right?
What?
Old car.
Oh, good one. I didn't think of that, but yes, that's excellent. I'm going to use that.
It's has to do like something with collateral, but you live in there. It's basically like you live in the house and you just pay the mortgage. Collateral, something like that.
No, well, you sort of. It has to do with getting the loan. Yes.
That I do not know.
That just has to do with a construction loan, getting different amounts of money at different stages of the building process. So if you want a 100 grand loan, for example, I'll give you 10 grand when you build the floor, 10 grand when you build the walls, 10 grand when you build the roof, and so on.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because with construction, there's no house there to take a loan against. So I'm not going to give you all the money at once.
Okay. Um, when there's no heirs to the property and
Good. There's no heirs, no will. Good.
a contract that's not enforceable.
Good. What are the 4 essentials of a valid contract?
Competent parties,
Good.
mutual agreement,
Good.
compensation,
Good.
and a contract. I don't
Lawful
know.
object.
Lawful object. Okay.
Good.
An agent that does 2 things at once.
Well, it's an agent representing the broker. Excuse me, a broker representing the buyer and the seller at the same time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Debit is I always get confused with debit and credit. Debit is a deduction, correct?
Good. It's money you owe.
Okay. Taking away something in pounds.
Well, no. Well, sort of. Impounds have to do when the lender collects taxes and insurance for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So like an impound account.
Okay.
Do you know why they do that?
Just to make sure you pay.
Right, because if you don't pay the tax and insurance, you can't pay the loan. Because tax and insurance take priority over the loan.
Okay. When they just leave, for example, like if a tenant just decides to leave.
Good.
That's a good one, which I do not know. I've seen it before.
It's an exception to the rule.
Exception to the rule. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's when you're applying for an exception to the rule.
Where the money gets deposited. Like,
Good.
yeah.
It's like a neutral third party that holds everything. Not just the money, but also the papers, documents, anything.
Is that the trustee?
For the loan. That trustee is for the loan. That's different.
Okay. We just gotta give certain amount of time.
Excellent. Actually, no. This has to do with if I notify you to leave without actually talking to you. Okay?
Okay.
So, like, if I turn off the heat in the apartment, that would be constructive eviction. Constructive notice would be like if I put an ad in the paper saying the apartment's available without talking to you.
Okay.
Okay? Actual notice is actually notifying. Constructive is like indirectly.
Okay. And everything's just done. There's nothing more pending.
Good.
An agent that does both things. Oh, like
This is one specific thing. Like sell a house.
Okay. Executive, like a one thing.
Right. Like a general agent does a lot, like a property manager.
Okay. It is has to do with tenancy.
Good.
A
Is
contract.
is a lease personal or real property?
It's personal property. When there is things pending on the contract, what the bank charges you for that loan, subject to like an assignment.
Subject to just means that the seller's liable for the loan, whereas assume the buyer takes over liability.
Okay.
Okay, so it has to do with the loan.
Agency is just a brokerage.
Well, no, that's agency has to do with having your fiduciary responsibility, the things you mentioned, being accountable, right?
Yeah.
Having obedience, loyalty, and disclosure,
Okay.
right? Okay, so we went over a bunch of them. Do you have any more questions for me? You know,
No, pretty much I feel I need to study a little bit more, but I feel confident.
I agree. I think you should be confident. I agree. Study a little more. Just keep reviewing it, and you can always ask me questions whenever you want. So I'm here on Skype. Just hit me up with a question when you have one, and I think you'll do fine. You're gonna do great.
Thank you.
All right, but yeah, I
Help.
think you're right. You have reason to be confident because you put in the work for sure.
Yay.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Yes. Let me know if you need anything. We could talk soon.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.